And staying with the White House ordering families of U.S. embassy staff in Ukraine to leave. This warning comes as Russia mobilized over 125,000 troops on Ukraine's border, and officials worry an invasion could end with harassment of U.S. citizens. The White House says Russia's invasion of Ukraine may be imminent, and the buildup of Russian troops has now reached a breaking point. As for what happens next, well, that depends on what Russian President Vladimir Putin does. Joining us now is someone who knows way more than I do about this very topic, BNC's very own Chief Foreign Affairs Correspondent, Nayyera Haq. Nay, what's the latest?
Tashanea, this is what we're looking at right now. We're looking at the president deciding this week whether or not to ramp up U.S. troops into the backyard of Russia. At this moment, we have, for the first time since the U.S. Cold War, the 1980s, we have a U.S. aircraft carrier that has now officially been turned over to NATO control, and we have our European allies gathering their troops to respond to what is expected to be an imminent Russian invasion. Now, Vladimir Putin will claim that he was provoked into this war. But the provocation that he talks about is Ukraine deciding that it wants to have some allies to protect itself, that it wants to be a legitimate, independent democracy. And that is something after World War II that the world said it would not tolerate wars of aggression. That's the stalemate that we might end up in at the moment, given that President Biden does not have political support either from the right or the left for a military campaign after the disastrous exit from Afghanistan. On the left, you have people who say that the United States needs to focus on protecting American democracy first. On the right, you now have a Republican Party that allies itself with Russia, which is a huge change from the 1980s when the Republicans used to be extremely anti-Russia. So there's a very small group, maybe in the middle, that believes the United States needs to stand up for other democracies. It's not just a problem in Europe, it's a problem in the East as well, where you look at China engaging in military maneuvers over Taiwan. This is going to be a very telling moment for the Biden administration. How it shows American strength and power on the world stage is something that will unfold over the airspace and maybe on the ground in Ukraine. Reporting from Washington, Nayyera Haq for BNC.
Nayyera, thank you.